A spliff is a spliff is a spliff.
Well, I'm just saying, if we got it, we might as well roll it up, right?
It's like puff, puff, pass. Either that Rachel or that gas. About to put me on my ass. Star, you about to roll something?
Yeah, I'm about to roll something.
If you about to roll something? Yeah, I'm about to roll. It's like puff, puff, pass. Either that Rachel or that gas. About to put me on my ass. If you about to smoke something? Yeah, I'm about to smoke something. Star, you about to smoke something? Yeah, I'm about to smoke something. What's this about alone? Only if it's grown in the field or in your home. 360, that's my zone. 336 was my home. And now we on our own. 702 in it, doing it like we grown. Son, watch your tone. We pebbled and stone. Like Madden, I'm gone. Now tell me I'm wrong. Mary in a cigarello thong. A bong. You only got 5, then you gon' be alone. No, we smoke till it's gone. Pass the Dutchie, cabron. It's one of the 2-ish. You should come along. We cannabis strong. Teacher and my chong. Chalice, a spliff, piece, pipe, or the bong, or the gas mask. A few spliffs and something pretty playing grab ass. We in the back bumping last math class. You get 16 and 1. We puffin' and passin', now who got the rum? It's like puff, puff, pass. Either that Rachel or that gas. About to put me on my ass. Star, you about to roll something?
Yeah, I'm about to roll something.
If you about to roll something? Yeah, I'm about to roll. It's like puff, puff, pass. Either that Rachel or that gas. About to put me on my ass. If you about to smoke something? Yeah, I'm about to smoke something. Star, you about to smoke something? Yeah, I'm about to smoke something.
Legalized, you're a champion, eagle-eye, we the lions. Upright stance, but non-compliant, we get high in. Most environments we reside in, bored naughty. So it's in the line and in the lines when we emote through Mike Sears, turn to believers. We the underdogs, now we the overachievers. We the catalog, why would you leave it to beavers? This ain't catalogs for cereals, no tigers here. No backwoods, but to each his own. Carolina's own, smoking on that Vegas grown. I'm Atlanta zoned, Red Rock, Appalachian Mountain stoned. Shoutouts to everyone smoking along. I'm glad you decided to participate. Let me use these last few bars to precipitate. Use the magic herb to meditate and elevate. We not Diddy endorsed, but we puff.
It's like puff, puff, pass. Either that Rachel or that gas. About to put me on my ass. Star, you about to roll something?
Yeah, I'm about to roll something.
If you about to roll something? Yeah, I'm about to roll. It's like puff, puff, pass. Either that Rachel or that gas. About to put me on my ass. If you about to smoke something? Yeah, I'm about to smoke something. Star, you about to smoke something?
Yeah, I'm about to smoke something.
Hey, yo, what's cracking, everybody? It's your boy Jay Goldwater, along with my crime partner, constituent, and comedy writer, and only other person that knows the answer to what is my middle name. Guys, what's cracking, everybody? What up, bro? Chilling. You all right now? Sleeping? Did you go to bed last night? Yeah, I did. That's great. Insomnia is a bitch. So, today's episode, I just thought of it because I was like earlier. Today's episode is called "Where Is My Lighter?" I won't talk anything about where is our lighter. I don't know, maybe we lost something. Come back and tell us about it. Um, got a few other things that I want to bring up here, but without further ado, we're going to bring up somebody who doesn't really need to be lifted up, but she does need help reaching for things. Give it up for our friend, now your friend, and everybody's second cousin, Miss Flower from Facebook. What's happening, girl?
Hey, good evening. Good evening.
How are you today?
What is up? How are y'all today?
I can't find my lighter. I don't know where my lighter went. I can't find my lighter.
Oh, shucks. I thought you guys just bought like a whole new pack of lighters.
We did. Then the one, yeah. So There's okay. So here's what happened. I'll go to my job because they're like mad cheap, and I'll get like 30 lighters, and we'll have like 30 lighters for at least what, like 3 4 days. And then next thing you know, we got one lighter just floating around here. So I'll go buy 4 more lighters and lose those four, then find the original 30 that I bought in the first place. It's weird. So yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I just got new lighters, but I don't like the ones that like tear up your thumbs.
Oh no, yeah, you got to stop buying the cheap lighters. Talk about the little clear.
Yeah, that's the kind she brought.
These guys right here.
Yeah.
These little cheap. Well, yeah, I hate these. These lighters are only good for one thing: smoking crack. That's it.
Yeah, I don't like that. It
No,
hurts my thumb.
smoking crack should hurt you. Oh, your thumb. Yes, yes, indeed, that they do. So, uh, so there's like, do we understand the difference between $1 million and $1 billion? Like how big of a stretch that is? Go from like 1 million to 1 billion? Yes, no.
You said what?
I said, are we understanding the dip, the jump between $1 million and possibly 1 billion? So something occurred to me today. There's like 3,000 billionaires walking the planet right now. All right. Now, when there's that many billionaires around, you would think that like maybe the world should be a little better. If you think about it, there's no background.
Why? Money makes things more complicated in a lot of situations.
Well, I mean, this is true. This is true, but understand that uh, Tony Stark, uh, Bruce Wayne, um, I can't think of Bill's name, but the guy that's Arrow, and a few other people. These guys, I know it's comic book world, but they're billionaires. So you mean to tell me there's out of 3,000 billionaires, isn't that single billionaire that said, "Hey, you know what? Maybe I'll trying to save the world." I don't
But
want.
they do. But they do. The people that do have the money like that, they are working on projects like that. Like they do a lot of most of them have a passion project that is about world saving or humanity. We don't always hear about it.
This is true. We don't always hear about it. I don't want to tell us about the Lex Luger stuff they're doing.
Yeah, or maybe like, so you might hear about it if you live in their area or you know what they've done for, something local for them.
Fair enough. Like 1 million seconds is 12 days. 1 billion seconds is 32 years. It's a huge difference between 1 million and 1 billion. So I just, like, what would you do for 1 billion? What would you do? Like, if you had $1 billion bestowed upon you, or you accumulated $1 billion, what would you be doing? Uh, I guess maybe for the world. What would you? What's the one thing that you would do for the world? What's the one thing you're going to invest your money in? At $1 billion.
Well, that's the whole thing. Being $1 billion, there's not just one thing you can invest in. Like,
I'm not, well, yeah, it's not one thing. Well, give me one.
like different passions of projects that I want people to learn how to build their own. Um, I want people to learn how to build. I want people to learn how to grow their own food. I want people to learn how to educate in ways of having open-mindedness, not just one direct way.
Okay. Gotcha.
Just basically, I think I would invest the money in, again, just trying to better the situation for people to better themselves, right?
Right. That is true. That is true. That sounds
But see,
good.
that's the whole thing, is that like, so you have $1 billion, but $1 billion ain't shit compared to what you need to be able to figure out how, this spaceship goes to space. You know what I'm saying? Like, a billion is not even scratching the surface of that. $1 billion isn't gonna feed a million people for, you know, a longevity.
Well, no, a billion is not going to fill. Is not going to feed everybody. It's a good start, though. I'm saying invest your whole billion, but if you've got $1 billion, you can invest a large chunk of that. Understand, $1 billion that takes. Watching this video, and the guys likened it to $5,000 being deposited into your bank account every day for the next 100 and some odd days, 600 and some odd years before you make $1 billion. So just 1 billion, that's a huge number if you think about it. So I think you can do a lot of things with it. You just have to know where to put your money, or put your energy, not just your money, put your energy, know where to put your energy in, to where it's going to be useful. You can just throw money at things all day, like our government does, but it doesn't change anything. So I understand what you want to do. You want to put people in a position where they can change their minds along with their lifestyle, which makes perfect good sense. And I'm not going to say a billion, but an easy $500 million definitely, definitely start that off.
Yeah, because I think that like money money changes money changes lives, but it doesn't change people. Like, I don't know how
No,
to
this
explain
is
that.
people.
Like,
No,
it does
that's perfect.
change people, but it has to have a more positive change. Like, we have to create a more positive change that money handles. Money shouldn't just pay a bill. Money shouldn't just pay for something. Money should actually, change lives, if that makes
Right.
sense.
No, and I understand. That's what I said. You'd like to invest your money and energy into actually changing the minds of people. And I agree with you. Don't just, that's the problem. People just throw money at it. It doesn't change anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
Keep
this
in mind,
big
your
bailout,
mind has to actually be there.
yeah, like they did a big bailout, when people paying their behind rents and things like that, right? So they did a big
Mhm.
bailout during COVID, and a lot of places that provided, people with, paying certain amounts of to back up rent. Well, if there was a better way for people to be making what they need to make and living in the means that they should be living, then they wouldn't have had to got bailed out. Like, there would have been extra funds. People would own their own homes. Like, and so state taxes could have been forgiven for the year. Like, do you know what I mean? Like those kind of smaller things. So instead of paying, you know, $2,000 times 100 families, we've now just forgiven all of their, property taxes for the year. Or, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or giving them free electricity for the year, or free gas for the year, or provided free internet so everybody can have access to, the things that other people have, and then
Now
the
that right
capabilities
there,
to learn how to use those things. I just
that right there would be a great idea. Free internet for the world.
Yeah,
Um,
because like that's a resource that we're moving forward into the future, so why are we being charged for it?
and it wouldn't
if
cost much to
if
change
we're
it.
moving into the internet and everything is online, then why are we being charged for it?
Because people are money hungry. But if there's a way to change that, I'm certainly, once again, $1 billion to do it, because that wouldn't be expensive. Right now, though, we've got a guy in here who understands how the internet works pretty goddamn well. As a matter of fact, when the internet was being invented, I understand he was there, connecting the wires and balancing the ladders. So let's give it up for my friend, now yours, and this guy's friend too, Mr. James Vodera. What's up, James? Probably should have waited for you to finish drinking your
What up,
water.
people?
What up, James? So, oh, Sorry about that. So, as you can see, the title of today's show is "Where's My Lighter?"
Where's my
Found my
lighter?
lighter. So we're not going to be talking about
I
that too
hear.
much. I found it. Found your lighter. Lighters in the house. More lighters. Um, but James, the question is right now it stands: if you were blessed with or were able to accumulate just $1 billion, okay. Now the easy
M or
question
B?
is,
M or B?
huh?
M or
B,
B?
B,
Okay,
B,
okay.
B, B. Outside of changing your own personal life, what would you do? And I'm not saying you guys donate the whole billion. You don't have to put all your just, but what is the one thing that you could think of that you would definitely do, or at least try to do, to maybe make the world a little better?
I mean, $1 billion. Just 1 billion, right?
Just a billion. Well, yeah, we're not gonna get crazy. We're gonna keep it simple. A billion, which is, by the way, if you do the numbers, that's a lot of fucking money. It takes a long
That is a
time.
lot of fucking money, bro.
That's a lot of
Like, that
fucking
is
money.
a shit ton of money. But I mean, hmm. I mean, aside from obviously vanishing off the face of the fucking planet because fuck the world, fuck everybody else.
Okay.
Um, it, insofar as 90% of people I've ever met are assholes, and I don't like dealing with assholes.
Gotcha.
That's not saying the world is completely bad and all that. That's not what that is. But no. God, that disappearing like I want to and just living comfortably wouldn't even take 20 million out of that. Fuck it. The rest of it, well, most of the rest of it, I should say, because I want to keep a little bit for myself for expenditures and weed and shit like that. But most of the rest of it, I'm probably gonna invest into space industry. Like, get us the fuck off this planet.
All right.
The sooner, the fucking better, please.
The sooner the better. Fair enough.
Starship, a starship went up today. One of the starships went up today.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand it came back down in a ball of fire.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I
That
haven't
shit's all
checked
over
back
us right
today.
now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it came back down in a ball of fire. Yeah, I seen it on the internet today.
Oh no.
Yeah. It looked like it was going to do something, but it came back for its deal. The bottom half of it was on fire, and it kind of crashed into its actual landing, taking off point. So, yeah, it was I hope it wasn't manned. God, I hope it wasn't manned.
Nah, as far as I know, ain't none of these spaceship flights been manned. They've all been autonomous. But they're trying to work the issues out with the landing and recatching the rocket section so that it can be reused. Yeah. But they're still having technical difficulties with that.
Why don't they just revamp the space shuttle and do it like that? I mean, that would make perfectly good sense to me because it takes off and lands.
Because SpaceX is a privately owned entity, and NASA does not want to give away their toys.
Mm. All right.
Nor do they want to share the specs for said toys.
All right. Well, then don't make a space shuttle like NASA space shuttle. Take like a Boeing 747 and retrofit that bitch. The fuck up, you know what I'm saying? And then put that into space. See what happens. I'm just saying. What if you were blessed with or was able to accumulate $1 billion? Like I said, we're gonna keep it at $1 billion because we don't need to be talking about crazy ass numbers. Outside of what you would do for yourself to change your life, what would you do? What's like one thing that you would invest the money and energy into to make the world a little better?
I want to invest my money into shit. I keep it all, pay off all my bills, and live happily ever after.
Well, that's what I said. Outside of you, so nothing.
I wouldn't do shit change. I buy all the retarded shit, like putting a fucking roller coaster in my house, putting a fucking water slide in my bedroom, putting a fucking pool in my basement. Putting time the fuck out. You made sense until you said slide in your bedroom.
Yeah,
I'll put a water slide in my bedroom.
Why?
It's like I have like a little pool. Like I sleep on a pool, so I sleep on a little mattress that's inside the pool. And whenever I want to go down to the second floor, I pull the lever, and then I'm saying the gate will open and it push me down a little slide, and I go down to the second floor. And I just get off my raft or whatever. If I want to go down to the third floor, down to the main pool, I pull the lever again so that the little door opens up, and I go back down and I splash to the pool downstairs. And it's all see-through floor, so you see all 3 levels.
I feel like those dream houses, like when remember back in the day, like your kids, you would like draw your dream house, and your house would be like have like 9,000 rooms, and every room has got some wild shit in it. I think that's what those houses gonna look like. Little cop to the side too, because kids can't draw straight lines. That's, I mean, yeah, I mean I can't be mad at you, man. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like I wouldn't want to do shit for motherfuckers either off top. But I know me, I'm gonna want to put money into something, and I mean, I would say I used to say I would put a lot of money into education, but they've proven lately here that they're not going to do right. So I can't give it to them. So what I would do is probably dump a whole bunch of money into a group of people who want to start like Montessori type schools. Because I'm not saying that those are the best schools to go to, but if you want to guarantee your kid to get a decent education around safe people, these homegrown spun schools, these Montessori schools, these private schools, and stuff like that. They're not fully private, but these kind of private type schools and stuff like that are outside of the local school districts. They seem to be the best ones to go because the teachers aren't. Number one, you don't want your kid taught by stressed out teachers. You don't want that because stressed out teachers don't give a shit. They just want their day over with. Get your kid up their face as fast as they possibly fucking can. So if they got to pass your stupid ass non-reading kid on just so they can get him out their face, guess what? Your kid will graduate high school and not know how to fucking read because they don't want to deal with your fucking stupid ass kid. So, but in these other schools, these more private schools that are ran by
Hold on,
corporations.
Jay.
Yeah,
Jay, if I can touch on something real quick before you continue.
Mm-hmm.
Parents, for the love of fucking God, teach your goddamn kids some goddamn manners and respect.
Oh.
Don't leave it all the fucking teachers. That's on you to teach your fucking kids right. The teacher is just there to make sure they know what 2 and 2 is.
Yeah.
If your kid
morals and respect,
that's a bad egg, I'm blaming you, not the kid.
Yeah. Like if I'm the teacher, I'm like I look at a lot of these videos and stuff that show like the and I'm a fan of teachers. Don't get me wrong, I am a super big fan of teachers, but I understand a stressed out person, also stressed person, angry person. I understand those things. But I'm a huge fan of teachers. Especially good teachers who do want kids to want not just kids, but just want to like expand people's minds and stuff like that. Real life teachers. I have a fan of teachers, and I feel that those are they catch they're like middle management. They catch it from both ends. They got a school district telling them to teach the watered down bullshit curriculum, and then you teach it to the kids, and the kids ain't interested, so they fuck up in school. Then you reprimand the kids for being shitty in school, and they go back and tell their parents, and their parents come back and bitch at the teacher and shit, so the teacher can't do their fucking job. So I would definitely dump money into a situation where I got teachers that want to teach, and I'll have kids that want to learn, and we'll put money into that shit. We'll get those schools cracking. You know, I wouldn't give it to the school districts. I know they've already proven to me, especially here in my own city, they've proven time and time again they are not going to do what the money what they're supposed to do. It's just not. So I would definitely go education. Like James said, please dump money into the space program because that is some things that let's make the space program real, please. And Flower, I enjoy what you're saying. Also, not just give people money but also give them a way to change their way of living. Also going into education. So that's good shit right there, you guys. I appreciate that. And Bill said, "Fuck you, man." That's probably why you're so good at Cards Against Humanity. Because you're like, "Fuck humanity." All right, leave that out there. I've been looking at some cool stuff on the internet. Can't get to right now. I got to start writing. While I'm scrolling through the internet, I got to start taking notes. Tomorrow, I'm gonna have a special guest on here. I'm gonna reach out to him after today's show. I didn't do it today because I really wanted to play Division because I was trying to play with you guys last night and I just could not stay awake. I was loaded and tired and everything. But I got up today and I am. Oh, guess what, boys? I figured out how tinkering works. On Division 2, yeah, I figured it out. So, um, you're basically what you do is like the stuff that you're not using now, you can change it into fucking like resources. All right, so when you go into the tinkering thing, you kind of do the same thing, but you're not changing it to resources. You're taking the attributes off of the stuff you're not using it, and then you can add it to the stuff that you are using. Thus pumping up your stats on those particular weapons. And you could also dump it into your skill sets and all that stuff too. We're kind of fooling with that today, so and it did make a difference, a large difference. Way more one-shot kills. Okay. But yeah, so I did that today. This this, this fine beloved morning.
Okay, so you got all that shit down. Maybe I need to get the tinker thing. I need to make my gun get hard.
Yeah, I would advise, yeah, if you guys aren't already doing it, and anybody who's watching that's playing Division 2 that had no clue what the fuck to do with that shit, that's how that works out there. I don't think I have it mastered. There might be an actual like trick to it to like uh, really beef up your shit, but basically that's what it is. So you're taking the attributes off of something else, and then you can add it to the attributes to another one of your weapons that you're using, thus making it better. Like I added some stuff to my face mask, so now I got another 13% added to my.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Currently spoken the last of the was it LA Kush Cake?
Oh, the Sky Fish Cake.
Yeah. I was like, you don't want to eat this.
I mean, I haven't eaten. I really don't have anything to eat. I just don't want to smoke. I don't want to get too much. I got one chicken breast. I'm trying to figure out something else after that.
It is tomorrow. This guy's page here. Tomorrow we're gonna have a special guest on the show. He's a new friend. Met him at work. Uh, Flower and James, you guys might not be, but you know Bullethead on TikTok. Food critic guy. Oh. All right. Anyhow, he's famous. He's locally famous on TikTok and a few other things. I think he's got some YouTube action.
Bullethead, Bullethead, the one who does like the restaurant reviews.
You know what? I'm sorry, Flower. I had a feeling that I should have said James and Doe don't know. You might know.
Yeah, he does all the good restaurant reviews, all the really cool places, food trucks, all Las Vegas local.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, I've been following some of his stuff, and he makes it look really good. He's a very participant community member. But go ahead. Sorry, I did chime in. I do know who you're talking about. So go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm glad you know him. He's not going to be on the show. What I am gonna have though is another local food.
Maybe we can get him on the show to taste some of Doe's cooking sometime for the cookbook. Okay, hold on.
Well, that's actually the mission here. One of his constituents comes into my shop to buy his needs for the day. His name is Marvin Grub Life. I'm about to fuck this man's last name up. Soreto. He is also a foodie. And I'm gonna have him on the show, and he's really cool with Bullet Head. So the next move it'll be Grub, and then the next move will probably be Bullet Head. I could probably get Bullet Head now because the wife for buddies. G check that nigga later, but anyhow, that's neither here nor there. But I didn't need to expose any of my insecurities on you guys just then. But anyhow, my man Grub Life, we'll have him on tomorrow. We're gonna talk food, of course. And we'll discuss with him, whether or not he medicates or not. I do know he does smoke. He does smoke. That's what actually led to the conversation. So we'll have him on the air tomorrow. We'll have questions for the show, man. A little short interview type of deal there. See what he gets into. So that'll be tomorrow. So that should be fun. Fun stuff to do there. At some point today, I've got some surprise music. Computer. Play a never before heard on Tune SW song. So what are you doing? What are you doing?
Playing this game called Township. Little unique little game. Just gonna do the first. Just get the little 250. Just get the level 8 first day. Just gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it.
Like $2.50?
Yeah. I need to get this phone up to $20 so we can cash out and shit. I haven't got this phone up yet. All my other phones are up to cash out process already. I'm trying to get this phone to cash out. Scoot on camera so you can at least see me. Turn sideways.
Yeah, there we go.
At least see me on camera. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm just playing another game. I'm doing kind of like how James be doing during the show, just like not paying attention and shit.
The two of you.
I might not be actually looking up half the time, but I do be listening.
But do you be paying attention though?
No, but you gotta be like, what'd you say again?
You do the same thing though.
Mm-hmm. Kettle, black, windows, glass, rocks and stones and shit.
Pot, kettle, pot. You're both fucking black.
So today I went and bought some super glue and kind of half-ass fixed my glasses so my lens don't keep popping out because that was getting a little embarrassing.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool that you fix your glasses.
Kind of. So next week I'll be able to get my glasses. Next Thursday.
Okay, what's up?
I know they're pretty fast.
Yeah, you know what? 2 weeks. You know what? The end of the year came fast.
Like how are we feeling about this right now? Thanksgiving is next week. No, Wednesday. I got to Thanksgiving is next week, and then what? Like 20 28 days after that is Christmas.
Yeah.
And then a week later is New Year's. How are we feeling? Do we feel accomplished for the year? Or did it go by too fast and we couldn't get a grapple on it? I feel like I couldn't get a grapple on shit. It went by too fast. How about you, James?
Nah, not really. This year's been a shit show.
Yeah, that's why we just couldn't get like a grapple on it. It's like, dude, are you serious right now? You know? But just when you think everything was cool, something new happened. It's like, oh fuck. Serious.
Seriously, it did.
Not as many people died though this year. Like remember it was last year, the year before last, like every famous person was just fucking
A lot of people did that this year.
I mean not so abruptly though.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no, man. It just seems like it like those
Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones, man.
And he was the guy who gave out 80 million to every he split up his fucking fortune. Was pretty hefty.
Oh yeah, yep. That $80 million his kids.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. But then I'm saying, but he was black. Black people that get famous and rich, they always leave something to their kids because they know their kids ain't gonna have shit in the world if they don't leave them nothing. Because blacks don't get appreciated in this motherfucking America. So black people always leave shit to their kids. White people, yeah, they be like, nah, I'm donating my money to charity. My kids ain't gonna get shit. Because they already know that with their white skin, they got privilege within the world. So they already know that they're going to get whatever they want anyway. So that's why they don't leave them shit.
We just have to understand that PLCs, I mean, I'm trying to say that every race of people do their money differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know for a fact that Hispanics, like, when there's like a lot of money involved, and like say, Abuelita's got like millions of dollars stashed away, she passes away. You know what I'm saying? It goes to the very next family. There is no bickering. There is no who gets this. No, it's the oldest daughter and her family get everything. That's how that shit goes. Or the oldest son, whoever's oldest, they get everything, and then they figure out what to do after that. They usually take care of each other pretty good. Asians always have a will. There's always a will in Asian families. Doesn't matter what. And you pick an Asian, there's a will. Unless they're poor as fuck. If they're Asian, there's a will. From Koreans to Filipinos and everything in between, there's gonna be a will. Why? Because I know a lot of Asian cats, and there's a will. Everybody's getting something. And to my 72nd grandchild, I leave my left earring, and to my 73rd grandchild, she gets the other earring. Nice, play nice now, type shit. You know? White folks just do their money different. There's always going to be something in place. You know, unless once again, unless they're just poor, they ain't got shit to begin with in the first place. 9 times out of 10, from my understanding, white folks there's always some kind of plan. Now, may not go for everybody, may not nobody agree with that shit, but there's a plan for the money. There's a plan for the money. There's a plan for the money, the house of properties, all that shit. Black folks, we don't figure that shit out to the fucking bitter end. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think my mom really put anything in place until it was almost too late. You know what I'm saying? I really feel that. Because my dad didn't put anything into place until it was damn near too late. You know. Actually, it was too late. It was everything that he had left for us had to go to pay for his funeral and leftover doctor's bills and shit. You know. Now I'm not saying every and all, but that's what I know. You know? My grandmother didn't really have anything in place. She just told 4 pinnacle people, and that's what was did. And so there was no paperwork drawn up. She just told my mama, my auntie, and no, my mama, my auntie. Yeah, she just told my auntie what she wanted to be done, and then when she was done, that's what was did. And didn't nobody go against it. You know, they tried. You know, But the people who had since spoke up and said, "Nah, that's not what Dorothy said." Do. So
Yeah.
wait, that'll be that. That's just what I know.
Um, my mom, she definitely should.
Mm.
She puts everything. She put everything in place around the time that she was like she did everything late. So really did nothing get done until you know what I'm saying. Whatever she what I'm saying what I'm saying is when she put shit into place, she did it kind of late. You know what I'm saying? She did it kind of late. Like she put in, like she gave me the. She was like, "Yeah, I just got life insurance." And she gave it to me. She gave me the little paper that she had got life insurance two uh within a week of her motherfucking dying. Like
Type shit.
like
Yeah.
like 2 weeks went by and then she was dead. Like, what the fuck? So really didn't get shit from life insurance. Uh,
Now what? Now what I do know, what I, now financially is one thing. Now morally, uh, every group of people do some weird shit. One of my Filipino homeboys coming up, and I'm gonna ask anybody individually if they have any stories for this, but I got mine right now. One of my good friends, um, they're from the Philippines. Uh, it sounds like bad tea. They, the family home, his great grandmother still lived in that house. She was still alive until the day she died. And when she died, they left her in that room with the door closed for like a month before they did anything with the body.
mm, that's kind of sad.
No, that was no that no, it's like that's sad to us. That's like damn, dude, why you couldn't take her to the hospital? Nothing, just but uh before something there has to be things done in preparation for other things. Don't ask me, I don't know the details, but I do know there is preparation that has to be done before they move into funerals and burials
Mm-hmm.
and all that shit like that. So before they even touch the body, all this other stuff has to be done. Then they could, yeah, then the body's carried out of the house and then take, yeah, it's a whole thing. So it's a whole thing. And then and I asked him like what about the smell? Like, did you guys get the dead body smell? And they got like ancient Chinese secrets and shit, recipes that clean that shit right the fuck up. But I was thinking of it. It smells like roses all the time, you know?
Ancient
Yeah.
Chinese secrets. God damn it.
Just saying. So uh I don't know too many other people who don't do no more than just dang, Uncle Charlie dead, and then put the Uncle Charlie in the ground. So I don't know anybody who does anything more in depth than that outside of like the actual services held and whatever rituals are done. But other than that, everybody that I know, it's they died. They took them to the morgue. The morgue did what the morgue gonna do. Put them in the freshest suit they got. Threw them in a box. Everybody walk around, look at the body, cry a little bit, whatever, and then in the ground he goes. So does anybody know anything different than that? Flower.
Different than what part?
Different yeah, different than just the regular old burial system that we all know. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. Outside of like the actual services or any rituals, it's pretty much they die, they go to the morgue, they do things to the body, put the freshest outfit on them, put them in a box, put them in the dirt. So do you know of any other different type of uh
Oh yeah, for sure. And so my family actually took a interest in funeral services, and my daughter is going to school for more to be a mortician. And I believe that there's a cemetery on a part of the land that's partially where I have mine. So yes, and there is a few different rituals. There is, I know it's not a very common practice, but there are still ways to mummify people, and different cultures still use that even to this day. It's just like I said, not very common in your average world. And then also for royals, um, there's funerals at sea where you put the body onto the barge and you basically light the barge and you send them out to sea, and it kind of burns through there.
Okay, I've seen some people still doing that, like the
Uh-huh.
Viking
And you
burial
can
thing.
still
Yeah,
pay for that. Like that's you can still pay for that. It's a pretty hefty fee because you have to pay some other stuff, with having a body at sea and shit. But yeah, there's like weights and stuff that they attach to it for when the body finally goes under.
how about
And then of course there's cremation.
yeah?
Um, and then
And,
you can also put cremated. You can actually also put cremated people into the walls. Remember, they have the walls at the crematorium, like at
yeah,
the big funeral homes. And then you can also, what they did with my grandmother, they cremated my grandmother, but they dug up like the top part of my grandfather's grave, and they buried her within the same grave, but like in her her uh urn or whatever.
hmm, okay. How about you, James?
And then of course, well, wait, there's one last one. Then of course there's the old west style where you shoot them and you dig a fucking hole, Jay.
You shoot them, you dig a fucking hole.
Either you shoot them with either a gun, an arrow, or whatever you're shooting them up with, and you just dig a fucking hole, and
Just
it's
dig them
common
up.
to place a rock or a wooden cross on there, but that's about it.
All right. How about you, James? You got any that
Lots of
strike?
bodies in the desert.
Mm, funeral pyre.
What's that?
Oh yeah,
Funeral pyre is you get a
burn them at
bunch
a
of
stake.
lumber. You get a bunch of lumber. Then preferably natural lumber, not treated shit, because treated shit's gonna be toxic as hell.
Yeah.
Burn man them.
You set it up as a platform, small, like 2 to 3 foot tall platform, big enough for a body to rest on. Put body on top. Light platform on fire with a torch.
Yeah,
Let fire consume.
Hmm.
that was a burning them at the stake, basically.
Well, I was
Yeah, but the
thinking more
main
like,
difference is you're not alive.
yeah,
Burning at the stake was a punishment.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
You
That's
didn't
right.
want to. This is kind of like another Viking kind of burial type of situation.
That's
Jedi's
actually where they
definitely
got
yeah.
the idea for
Jedi's,
Burning Man, like Burning Man, right? That's what that is.
no, that's just the reason to get
Burning the
high.
Wicker Man.
Yeah, getting high in LSD in the middle of the desert.
I thought Burning Man was all about just getting wasted as fuck in the desert
I think that's it. I
But
mean,
the
and
legend
weird
of it
EDM
comes
tracks.
from there was a reason why people met and then burned the man. Burning the
I think
Wicker Man.
I think somebody just got stoned and got fucking really fucked up and set some shit on fire and it became a party and it went from there. I mean, that's just my thought. I mean, I don't see any other real reason to be out in the desert, fucking be fucking crazy. Like EDC, I don't see no reason for EDC. Why do we have that? I mean, I get it. There's great big party time and all of this stuff, but at the same time, do we really need this thing to come and disrupt everyone's lives? Like all of our lives, this has to disrupt everything that's going on. Why do I gotta deal with the traffic and I don't live nowhere near the fucking stadium? Why? That don't make no sense. That's stupid. So, but anyhow, that's just me being me. How about you, though? You know any crazy burials, rituals that you ever heard of, ever seen, or anything like that? You're like me, pretty much, in the ground, or burn them,
Yeah, just yeah.
cremation.
I don't know if any really rituals.
I know one other one, and it's only because I used to work for the Indians. Um, they don't necessarily bury their Some do, some don't, but they don't necessarily bury their people. Um, Much less is they either prop them up on like a stilt type of situation where it's like a long like a bed and it's up on sticks and they put the body on top of that for like a certain amount of time and then they put them on the ground and just kind of cover them with rocks or something like that. It's like it's not really about the body at all. It has nothing to do with the body. It's all about making
What
sure
is
the
your
spirit
preference?
has. I don't know.
Does
The
you
Indian
what
shit
do you
sounds.
guys prefer to be like when you when whatever happens to you? What do you prefer to happen to your body and remain? Oh,
I
there's
mean,
also one other thing too. I forgot, Jay. They have a new system now, and it's in other countries, and they're trying to bring it here to United States. But they actually bury your body with a they it's a tree. They
yeah, I've heard
basically
of
use
that.
your body to plant a forest instead of a cemetery.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
actually some
Oh, and
places
then you
here in
can
the
also
states that
send
do
your
it.
body. One more, you can send the body as a cadaver. You can send it for medical research.
Nah, nah, you can't have a body. You know, uh, I mean, I guess it would be no big. I mean, it is just a shell. Uh, Doug said he cremate him.
Joe
Um,
said to cremate him.
yeah, burn him up.
What about
Uh,
you, Jay?
I mean,
Like, how would I want that? How would I want my body treated?
Yeah,
Viking funeral. Put me on a boat. Put me out in the water. Shoot a flaming arrow
that's
out my
right.
ass.
Yeah, for when I was younger, I wanted to be when I was younger, I wanted to be mummified. I wrote it out and everything. But realizing that there would be nobody who could probably carry out that procedure, I decided that yeah, the royal Viking type of ceremony would be how I want to be out at sea.
okay. Um, for the most part, just throw me in the ground. Put me in my first outfit. Walk around, cry over me a little bit. Have a little service, you know, and put me in the ground. Um, but the Viking joint and the way the Indians do it is really it sounds cool because it's all about because it says when it comes to those type of things, it's not even about the preservation of the body or everybody coming to take a look at your body and all that shit. I mean, you do pay your last respects in symbolism, but at the end of the day, when you set the body on fire in certain cultures, the smoke is the representation of your spirit going up. You know what I'm saying to the rest of the spirits, and I think that's kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? The Indians they just put you in the cot tilted up in the air like 6 feet or whatever the fuck, and so that your spirit has no blockage uh, to go up to heaven, you know, or whatever whatever they believe in to go up. And then after a certain amount of time, they bring the body back down, and they don't even bury the body. They just kind of like just a little bit, you know. But then they put like just rocks over the shit, you know. You might even get planted on while you out there, you know, just being dead. But I think those two ways is kind of cool because I like the idea of the spirit, you know, going up or whatever. That's the little church point inside of me. But the only reason why I want to be thrown in the box and put I like the fanfare. I want the I want the last fanfare. I want everybody to come check me out one last time. You know, all that cool shit. Yeah, I know. That's I know. I'm sorry. I do. I want motherfuckers to come check me out one last time. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, just throw me in the ground. Put me in the box. Throw me in the ground.
Throw you in the ground, throw the key away.
Throw the key away. Oh,
Yeah, one of the I had an issue trying to figure, when I went for my son, it was I kind of wanted him in a plain wooden box so he could deteriorate the way that, normally and naturally. And
yeah.
then they kept trying to put him in a metal box. And out here in the desert, the body turns to like tar.
Ugh.
So yeah, it was a big issue. between the different types of coffin. Like there's a lot to do with it too, you know. And nowadays, like back in the day, you used to hear about grave robbers and everything like that. And now, the classic way they're supposed to do it, you actually pay for the cement hull to be lowered over the coffin, like a cement
Yeah,
box on top of the coffin so that nobody can get in or out.
yeah, that's so that's why they. Oh, I didn't. You know what? I always wondered why they put that concrete down there. So there is a
Yeah,
top that you put that.
uh-huh. They dig that one, and now so that, and it's to where nobody can get in or out. And I'm thinking that, it used to be to keep people out, but I'm thinking nowadays it might just be to keep people in.
Uh, honestly, if there's gonna be a zombie attack, that's the I think the graveyard is gonna be the least of our worries. You know what I'm saying?
The
It's like,
crazier part is the graveyard is actually where I go for the best church. Like I get the best spiritual guidance, and then
oh, of
like
course
talk
we
with
do.
God like at the cemetery.
Mm. 'Cause everybody's there talking to us
Yeah.
and agreeing and like, yeah, oh no, he said no, that's what exactly what he said. And right here, look at the man, right? Uh, well,
And
since
that
we're on this
experience,
level,
while we're on that subject real quick, I just want to share one more thing. That experience is, I mean, it's an experience. Walking the cemetery and trying to feel where your loved one's body should be buried. Like all those things are, like you said, that last fanfare, that last part of the party, right? It's a
yeah,
party that nobody really wants to plan. So I do definitely suggest to people to get their affairs in order.
yeah,
People need to have life insurance. Life insurance works so many different ways, and you don't even have to wait. Most life insurances, you don't even have to wait to be able to borrow on that money till you're dead. Like you can do other things while you're still living. It's so very important to not put that burden. I tell this to young people all the time. Them young people walking around talking about it's my life. It's my life. I'll live it how I want to. It's not your life. It's not your life unless you've paid your way out. If you have not paid your way out, it's not your life. Your life belongs to the people who's paying your way out, and that's just all there is to it.
I'm gonna tell you what one of my besties told me when I was one of the most depressed moments of my life. This heifer just happened to call me randomly as fuck, and we were talking and everything like that, and she says to me, uh, I, I was gonna take myself out the union. I was close to it, and she just so happens to call, and we get to talking and everything, and I told her what was on my mind, and she goes, I need to come over there, and I was like, nah, I'm good, but she would, and I kept trying to get off the phone with her, and she wouldn't get off the phone, so, and I know she wasn't taking the hint on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to her. But anyhow, so when I told her what I was gonna do, she said, I can't believe you that stupid. I said, what? She goes, you really think that your life belongs to you? I was like, I said, well, it do, don't it? I said like, kind of do. And she was like, no. I said, oh, what are you going to tell me it's God? She was like, nope. And I was like, well, whose life is mine? She goes, your life belonged to me. And I was like, what you mean my life belonged to you? And she goes, if you my friend, you trying to leave before I get a chance, if you my friend and you leaving before I get a chance to leave, I ain't trying to go nowhere. Uh, mm-mm. It don't work that way. We go together. So what you mean we go together? Because me and her only but 6 months apart. She goes, when you turn 50, I'm turning 50. When you turn 60, I'm gonna be turning 60. When you turn 80, I'm turning 80. And she went on online, she goes, and when you turn 110, I'm turning 110. And then we can go. I like so sometimes you gotta understand there's people that love you out here. And it's hard for me to even say this shit because that's not how I really feel. But that's neither here nor there. You got to keep in mind. So those of you that are out there depressed and thinking about S'ing yourself, Understand there's people out there that still need you, whether either one of y'all know it or not. You know what I'm saying? There's an experience that has to be had, and you're supposed to be there for that experience to have with that person, so they can take it, so they can enjoy it, or it can be dealt with properly. Whatever the situation is. Like Flower, you didn't need me yesterday, but today, here we are. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
James,
no, it does work like that, like it
James, a
does.
little over
And
a year ago, you didn't know who the fuck I was. Here we are. You know what I'm saying? We people, you know what I'm saying? We need each other and stuff like that. Situations. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't smoke weed, I probably would have never. If I didn't smoke weed and tell jokes, I probably would have never met Kobe. There we are.
Well, you didn't meet me through smoking weed. You met me through comedy.
I bet you know what I'm saying. If I didn't do comedy and smoke weed,
I think it's one of those things where I think depression hits people, and you just have to you just have to constantly be working on yourself. You have to constantly, when you feel bored, there's always something else that you could be doing. When you feel no energy, that's the time when you need to get out there and try to put in more work, because that's when you're going to find your energy and recharge it. When you're feeling low and depressed, sometimes you just have to go walk outside or sit outside for 30 minutes and people watch, or or whatnot.
yeah,
It does become a cycle when you can't
it
get
does.
out of your own way.
For me, the one thing I have to do is remember, and I don't mean like need me like they can't get by. I mean, it's still gonna be Tuesday. It's still gonna be Wednesday. It's still gonna be Thursday. But it's like we've all watched the Marvel movies, right? And we at this point we should all understand quantum physics and time travel by now. Because we should all understand that shit right now. So going against the timeline would be a person, and then you end your timeline early, and the people that you in build relationships no longer have any of those experiences that were supposed to come with you
Right.
now. Now you may not feel no other kind of way about it, but that's what just happened. You just fucked the timeline up. These niggas were supposed to go with you to that burger spot and all get blowjobs for the chick in the window. That was supposed to happen to everybody, but nope, you hit your timeline early, so that just only happened to two niggas now. And you know what it said? Man, Jay wasn't here, man, because he would like this shit. He liked this crazy shit, little bitch. He likes this shit, you know. But that's just a little something I just been mulling around in my head
And
lately.
don't get me wrong, there are some souls that are so tortured that they are not even supposed to be here somehow. But to each their own.
I mean, there are some motherfuckers that probably should have been gone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not here
I
to
do
judge.
feel that,
I'm not here to judge that. But I mean, I get what you're
yeah,
saying.
I
I've been
do
through so
feel
much shit
that
as I do. How are you
it,
even still a
yeah,
person
it's
right
very
now? I mean,
easy to lose yourself. It's very easy to lose a day. It's very easy to lose a week, hell, a month. And especially if other things it's hard. I will say this, for people that are struggling with that kind of depression, that they feel like, oh, they want to end it. Normally it's because they're not being challenged enough to have to actually provide for themselves. Somehow they have too many options, so they're unable to focus. You just got to find someone to talk to. Find, even if it's somebody that's not always the answer though either, because like I hate people talking to me. So I don't know. You gotta figure out whatever it is that's gonna pull you out. And if something makes you happy or makes you smile, then utilize that.
that I do advise definitely.
But talk to somebody. Always talk to somebody
Yeah,
before you try to like figure it
Nah,
out on
fuck
your
that.
own.
Fuck talking. Talking ain't gonna do shit. If you wanna off yourself, you gonna fucking off yourself. Talking on the phone ain't gonna do shit for
no,
you.
no,
That's
pick
not
up
what
the
I
phone.
mean. Like,
What?
I
No,
more
pick up
so
the
like mean like talk with
phone.
somebody to make like a
Depression's
plan.
dope. You know what I'm saying?
Like
talking is not
people
the way.
did get like this, and then they talk about the dumb shit that doesn't change. You have to talk about something that's going to change. So the next time you feel like this, you know that you're not going to sit in your house, that you're going to go down to that coffee shop and have a cup of coffee because Miss Sarah up the street knows you're having a bad day. And so she writes, have a good day on your napkin, and that made your fucking day, and it fixes your trigger somehow. Like, you have to figure out how to make yourself a plan if you want to save yourself. If you don't, then, there's not really anything that will save anybody if they don't want to save themselves.
Man, I've been at my lowest point before. I really thought about doing it. Really did. So you know what I did? I rolled up a blunt. I did what anybody sane would do. I smoked that bitch, and then I forgot that I even wanted to kill myself. I was like, man, I don't want to kill myself. What the fuck? I'm thinking stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we talk to you differently. We make you reconsider your plans and shit. Like, whoa. You was thinking about killing yourself earlier, nigga, until you smoked me. Now I'm about to get in your head. You don't need to kill yourself. No, you got so much shit to live for. And that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I got. After I visited Mary, she was like, nigga, you don't need to kill yourself. You need to just keep
Mary
on,
knows exactly
keep
how to
on
talk
pushing
to you to
on.
change your mind.
You know what I'm saying? So
the weed does help, but I recommend it also. But I heavily recommend speak to somebody. And I'm not talking about a homie. I'm not talking about a friend. I'm not talking about the nigga you work with. No, go find you someone who is trained in fucking listening to people's sad stories. Go sit down and just verbally vomit on this nigga as often as you fucking possibly can, because that is really what takes the weight off of you.
You know what? You know what kills people the most? Money. When motherfuckers get to the bottom and
That's a
they ain't
big
got
thing.
nowhere to look and nowhere know how to get no bread, they usually kill themselves. And
It's a
ain't
big
no
thing. Yeah.
talking, ain't no
Or
visiting,
loss
ain't
of
no
large
shit like
money,
that can
or
ever
having
really
too
help
much
the
money.
person. You know what I'm saying?
This is just
Kill
my opinion.
themselves without thinking
This is
about
just
it.
my opinion. But
Damn,
if you call a suicide hotline, you weren't 100% committed to doing the
But you
act.
weren't over the. No, I
No,
agree.
you're lonely.
You just wanted a friend. You just wanted someone to fucking talk to and feel sad for you. If you were committed to ending it all, you would do it in a way that would make sure that A, nobody could stop you, B, you couldn't survive, and 3, you couldn't be brought back once it was done.
So I actually think outside the box, and a lot of people don't like my opinions, as you guys know, but I actually think it's quite healthy to think about it. Um, as long as you can then and imagine yourself maybe how you would die if you were to die as dead, who would visit you, how would things go afterward, would things go how you thought they would go. Like, I think it's healthy to think about those things and then do everything in your life to go the other direction from that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think about death all the time, just not doing it myself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and that's actually part of the therapy that you go through when you go speak to somebody about the subject. They'll put you like, well, how do you think? Like the first thing that they'll ask you is, well, if that's how you feel, how do you think that's going to affect the people around you? That is the first question I'm going to ask you. A professional person, not just some jerk on the phone, an actual going to go see a therapist. They're going to ask you, well, how would you think that's going to affect the people around you? And
My answer to that, and that's the crazy part, is how does the people around me affect me to get to the point where I feel like this? Like, obviously, the fuck
but
I give a fuck about
but-
anybody else around me at that point,
Hold on, Laura. I'm speaking as a person
No,
who
you're good. You're
actually
good. I'm just saying, like,
has gone to therapy for this exact reason. Uh, and the answer is going to be no one's going to care, which is not true at all. And
right.
that is the thing that you have to remember, that through all the bullshit that you got to go through, life is going to keep on lifing whether you're here or not.
Right.
So you
And
can
death
either
is inevitable. It's the one thing that we all get to win at, because we all will die.
well, you understand that when the person is gone off the deep end, they're not worried about what's inevitable, none of that. They just want it to stop.
Yeah.
And
They
that's the
want a
bottom line.
way out of
It's,
no
it's not.
way.
It's just. No, it's not a win. It's not a way. No, I just want it to stop. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's no looking for a way out. No, you just want that shit to stop. Whatever the fuck it is, you just want to stop. People not respecting you, please stop. I just want it to stop. And then sometimes the thought process goes beyond making it stop to I'm just gonna just take myself out so that way it'll never happen again. Which is true, but you know, you're not affecting yourself, you're affecting more people around you than you really know. And that's the thought that you have to have implanted into your brain. Normal people can think this way. But you
But
have to
what? And
this
I
is
hate
something
it.
that you have to put in your brain that if I do this, I'm not affecting my life at all. All I'm doing is making the shit do what, boys and girls? Stop. But what's happening is that life is going to keep on life, and whether I'm here or not, I might as well buckle up and enjoy it and keep my people close to me who are going to keep my mind off of that shit and remind me, hey, nigga, you got jokes to tell. You got a show to run. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You got all kind of weird shit to do.
Robin Williams didn't think about none of that shit. He
Yeah.
off his fucking self with no concern.
He was, but I feel like he was truly alone. I feel he was truly alone in his life.
Because that's what I'm saying. And then for somebody like him, and that's where I can, it's hard to understand, right? Because somebody like him, his whole life was about uplifting others. I mean, do you know that that man demanded that a certain amount of homeless people would work on every movie and get paid that he ever worked on? Like he was an amazing man who felt things and gave us realities into life, and that's what it happened. So when you say like, oh, well, who would be affected around you? Well, obviously, if I feel this alone, none of those people around me fucking matter. And who cares? Because they don't obviously care to know that I'm hurting so deeply or they can't connect with me. It doesn't matter who I care about or who cared about me at that point. Like, and I think that's the scary part about it. Like you said, you just want it to end. And it's not that you want it to end and you don't know. It's oblivion. Like you literally don't know there's nothing next.
And he had money. He could afford to have a therapist with him 24/7, talking to him every day.
And he
You know,
did, and he had
but
all that, and he had happy times, and he
it,
had family stuff, and he had a life, right? He lived like
but it
3
gets to
different
a point
lives.
where it gets to a point to where it's not that none of that matters. It gets to a point where you've gone that deep into already that thought that like if I'm not here, or there's no one that I can turn to when I'm feeling bad because I'm too busy giving it to everybody else. There's always a reason why, and unfortunately for Robin, his reason became bigger than anything. Saying that's why he did it.
Yeah.
Um,
Sometimes
it,
people who understand things at a higher
you know,
level or feel
it,
things at a higher level, there's no other human that can make you feel secure or different or loved the way that you need to be reciprocated.
and once you go like for me, once I started talking to a therapist, I didn't take my ass back to be honest with you, but once I started going to a therapist, it made it easier for me to understand a much bigger picture than myself. Like, yeah, I need to have love for self, but I also have to understand that my my being is important to other people's, what I'm saying, being around. It's the whole energy transference thing, like our paths always should be crossing and all that shit like that. And circle of life, all that shit. It's all part of one big thing. So
Right.
once you take that part, and like I said once again, and remember that it's gonna keep going regardless you're here or not. So you're not fixing anything. You're stopping it for yourself. Selfish. But at the same time, even though I talk all this amazing shit right now, I still every now and then have those moments where I just be like, 30 seconds. I don't even need the whole 30. 10. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know what I'm saying? Closest fact that I did now, the closest effect is going to be this guy right here. Now, what he got to do? Now, he got to wake up to see me on the floor fucked up. Now, he's got to try and call my wife. He's got to call He's got to get in contact with the fam. He's got to tell this motherfucker. He's got to do a lot of shit that he doesn't need to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Off top, which is going to be fucked up because who knows where his emotions going to be at? He just woke up and seen one of his closest homies just on the floor. Whatever. So yeah, these are things that make me say I need to go back to therapy because some days is real hard, guys. And the weed helps. I smoke. You
Oh
know,
yeah, the weed helps.
the weed helps.
Weed help me every time.
But I hated the medication though. They gave me medication. I hated taking the meds.
Nigga, they gave me depression pills. Nigga, them shits did not work.
Oh, they worked. They just didn't work the way I wanted them.
I mean, as a wise man once said, marijuana has an ingredient in it called "fuck it."
Yes. Yeah, it's the weed that makes me say, hey, life don't keep on life and whether I'm here or not. So I might as well surround myself with as good as people as I can surround myself. Motherfuckers ain't perfect, but my friends, you treat me as such, so what can I say, right? Uh, but enough of this shit here. Let's have some fun now. Time for everyone's favorite game. Us versus the cards against
Ah, shit.
yes. Time. By the way, thanks for listening. Thanks for chiming in, you guys. There, it was kind of a heavier conversation than we usually have on here, but I guess that's where we need to go, right?
Nah, we could deal without it.
Oh, as I said, we're here now. So
We could deal without that.
let's liven it up. Liven it up a little bit more. Let's switch to the cards here. Flower.
Yes.
If you could walk onto the dealership right now, doesn't have to be any specific dealership or anything right now, and you can go and hand pick the car that you want. And I'm not gonna say car of your dreams or anything like that, but the car that you want. Maybe it's the car of your dreams, maybe it's not. But what would you right now? You go to the dealership and say, pick whatever you want. What are you gonna get?
Man, so cars are real hard for me because I don't really know a lot about cars. Like I've never had any kind of favorites or whatever or commentable. But like I did recently see a car. I don't know the name of it though. I just recently seen this like truck thing that that had like tires that could go on different terrains, and then it had like its own battery, and like you could like I could like go somewhere for like a whole 2 days up in this truck or something. I don't know the name of it though. I really don't. But for me right now in my position, I want a vehicle that a cross between like a truck, little mini SUV type of dealio. It doesn't have to be as cute as it has to be accommodable. I do have my little scoot I like to use. So that to be able to be very easily accommodable and like just for me being a female that travels alone a lot sometimes, I feel like I need certain accommodations that like I need a place for my phone, I need a place for my purse if I have it, I need to be able to lock the doors. So yeah, I've been searching for maybe what kind of car I might like to have as I move into different brackets and other things become options. I think that the Infinity brand of car is built on the inside because I had a Murano. I like the inside of that, but the car had no power. So if there was something that was designed like the Murano that had
Okay.
like power and like sports active stuff, that would be what I want.
All right, James. What about you? Walk into the dealership and they say, "Go ahead, take your pick, buddy. What do you want? What do we get?"
Hmm. Hmm. 2014 Hellcat Charger.
Okay. Him wants to go back. What? Why 2014?
Because that was the first year of the Hellcat.
Okay.
That was the original incarnation with the 707 HP engine. Because honestly, Hellcat's just a badge and an engine modification.
Fair enough. At this point, fair enough. Okay. Joe, how about you?
Ford Edge.
Ford Edge?
Yeah, 2013 Ford Edge had the best ecosystem.
It's a pretty small building.
No, Ford Edge is pretty big, bro.
Nah, Edge is a big ass SUV. That thing is not small.
Yeah.
I was just in one the other day. I mean, I guess it's pretty big inside.
You might be thinking of the Echo.
No, this was the Edge that picked me up the other day.
Yeah, Edge, man. I'm up for the bid and they save, they run on, man, I was going to Cali and I used to rent cars all the time. I think it's like a 2017, maybe, Edge. I used to go to California all the time. I used to rent cars every fucking week and shit. And I remember I kept the Edge. I rented that motherfucker for a whole 2 months. I kept that bitch so fucking long. They had me taking to get an oil change.
Red?
No, it was orange. It was
Oh,
orange.
I remember. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Right,
remember I had that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to, man, I kept that motherfucker so long. I was making so much money, nigga.
Yo, this nigga swooped over on this shoe. He was like,
Now, I will say this though. That would be like a realistic answer that I gave. But I tell you the truth, if I could walk into a dealership right now, Jay, and really anybody was like, pick out just whatever you want, you can have whatever you want, I would like a flying car, please.
okay.
Because I would like to drive on that level now. I would like to learn and be one of the first people that like drive in that zone and that level and that. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right. What you were saying, though?
Now 2017 Ford Edge is it's great on gas. That's the number one because you need anything good on gas right now. And so that motherfucker was good as fuck on gas. It was efficient. It was roomy. You know what I'm saying? It had all the classic things that you needed to achieve greatness in a motherfucker SUV. You know what I'm saying? For an SUV to have gas to where you can go all the way to Cali and come back on one fucking tank, damn near, that's great. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? That's great. That's really good when you can go, because that's 257 miles to LA. And I went to LA, drove around, and then came back and filled up in Victorville. You know what I'm saying? Got weed, rode around, drove around in the SUV we talking about. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker got, because after you put so many, when you ride the highway as much as I did, because I used that bitch to go on tours and all that shit. So driving to Portland, Oregon, driving to Boise, Idaho, driving to, you know, all these different places in that motherfucker, it built the gas mileage up great. You know what I'm saying? I come back to Vegas and I ride around this bitch on a full tank for like 3 or 4 fucking weeks. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I was loving that bitch. And I almost thought it was mine, but I had to remember when I looked at the glove part, it showed no title. It showed the receipt to the motherfucking Enterprise. So what I did was, so after I rented cars for about a year. I spent a whole year renting just different cars. I wanted to find something.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If I wanted to find something to where I won't want to drive in all the time, you know what I'm saying? And so I went to Enterprise and I checked out a couple cars for them. And they was like, well, you know, first time buyer, you can't get no truck or no shit like that. You gotta have to get a car. So they showed me this Nissan Altima. And I test drove and I'm like, yeah, it's all right, man. It's not what I was looking for, so I'll just come back. I waited a whole year later. It came back to the same Enterprise with I was in a Ford. No, I was in a Chevy Malibu or some shit like that. No, I was in a Chevy Impala, and you know they bring cars out of there too as well as sell them. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm trying to get a car. You know what I'm saying? I got $1,000 down. I need to get me something to get in. I'm tired of renting cars now. And so they was like, well, you still can't get no truck or no shit like that. But then they brought out this Nissan Altima, the same exact one that I test drove last year. They brought that bitch back out and let me test drove. And I was like, you know what? I've already test drove this motherfucker. Let me just buy it, because I think it's a sign. You know what I'm saying? That car sat there for a whole year. Didn't nobody ever drive. They test drove it around and keep it running. They kept fixing on it, but they never did anything else with that motherfucking car. So I came back the next year, and they actually sold me the car. I got a picture of it on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? They sold it a green Altima. But that motherfucker, you know what? Aside that I don't really like cars that much, but that Nissan Altima, that motherfucker was good on gas. That bitch was great. I remember I drove from Vegas, all the way to Oakland to the Bay Area on a full fucking tank. When I got there, I was on like a half a tank because I had built up the miles. I had got like 750 to a tank on that bitch. 750 fucking miles to a tank. And I was taking that bitch on all types of tours. We was going everywhere in that motherfucker. I would never drive to the East Coast though. I'm not trying to drive no 24 fucking hours. Fuck all that. The highest I ever drove was 16 hours, and I regret it. Not now because I don't have to do it no more. But yeah, that was a long fucking time. You go from the driver's seat to the stage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now I recommend take a plane. If anything over 8 hours, I need to take a plane, bro. I'm not even trying to drive this. Now, only difference between driving and riding the plane is that riding the plane, you can't smoke weed while you're on your way there. Nah, man, you go to Detroit, man. You in a motherfucking car. You in a thing for 4 hours. But apart from driving, now driving you can smoke anything you want while you riding. You can smoke all in a motherfucker, and that's what. Well, I mean, you know what? I was riding with Spice, so it's whatever he wanted to do. So if he wanted to take a car, we took a car. If he wanted to drive, we drove. I mean, if we wanted to fly, we fly. If you want to take a car so we can drive, so we can smoke weed in this motherfucker, then we gonna rent that motherfucker. When I rent a car, we gonna drive my shit. Do what it's got to do. Shit. Yeah, I'm saying that's the best. That's the best thing. That's the best way to go. If you can drive and smoke, yeah, so you just go over the motherfucking Beaver Dam, the Hoover Dam, and then you're in Arizona now. So you're like, it only takes like 30 minutes to get to Cali, 30 minutes to get to Arizona.
The rest of the driving is actually
It take you about, I would say 30 minutes to be in Utah. The only part you're gonna go to is St. George, but that's like an hour and a half away. St. George. But yeah, we're very close. The only one that takes a long time to get to is Colorado, because that motherfucker is like damn far.
Well, these guys still drive through the rest.
And going through the Grand Canyon, that's, you know, if you don't take that bitch in the daytime, it's gonna really suck at night, because there you can't pull over nowhere. When you go through the Grand Canyon, you can't pull over nowhere. So you just gotta truck that bitch. Hope you got enough gas to make it through this motherfucker. Because if you don't, wherever you park your car is gonna get hit. Yeah, ain't no pulling over to the side of the road going through the Grand Canyon, boy. It's one straight 50-mile motherfucking twist and turns. And it's the reason why I say you don't want to go at nighttime is because you can't see shit. They ain't got no motherfucking lights on the highway.
That first leg after you cross the state line, it's all downhill, you know, right? I hate driving that shit because I don't be wanting to drive fast. I'm trying to set my cruise control and shit. But then I can't set my cruise control because there's all these motherfuckers ahead of me that's going like super slow down the hill. soon as you turn cruise control off, the grade take over. Now you're doing 90 and shit. Fun at first, and after a while, you realize that, God damn, this so.
It's never gonna take a mountain at nighttime either.
Yeah, I ain't driving. I do that shit at night. Fuck that shit.
I remember I drove when we came from Portland, Oregon. I had to drive across Mountain Hood. I had to go up that bitch and down that bitch. At nighttime, when I called it, it was nighttime. And it was fucked up because it was nighttime and it was raining and snowing on the, the motherfucking mountain. Niggas is doing like 90 going around this bitch with no guardrails. I'm like, oh my God, these niggas gonna kill me if they don't slow the fuck down. And yeah, it's like that. It's like that, man. You been on when you been on highways that go up them mountains and shit. Man, that shit be serious fuck.
Shit,
like,
that's how I feel on the fucking 15 North sometimes. That's why I don't go on that freeway no more.
No. Fucking back in Indiana. Idiot drivers on the 8094. Do not drive on the highway if it ever snows. Because those motherfuckers are insane.
Oh, fuck yeah. Colorado was crazy, too. I remember living out there.
Snowed? Let me do triple digits on the highway.
Right.
Oh, it's raining? Let me do 15 on the highway instead. Like,
oh, it's black ice?
Yeah, let me do 100.
Let me do 110.
Let me floor it, yeah.
Yo, I'm driving through not Denver, but Boulder City, yo, and it's dumping rain. Dumping. Like the raindrops were as big as my windshield wipers. They're just splash, 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 splash. And it's coming down hard and fast. So I get over. Don't taste like it. I get over and drive. I'm slowing down because that's what you're supposed to do when it's raining. You can't see 10 feet in front of you. Man, these motherfuckers come flying by me so fast. I'm looking at my speedometer. I'm doing like 45, 50. The speed limit's like 65. These dudes driving by me like I am literally standing still and sitting there waves of water over my shit. Just, whoa, whoa. I'm like, oh my God. My old lady said, well, they probably pissed off at you. I said, I don't give a fuck. It don't rain like this in Vegas. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I got the windshield wiper at full tilt. Oh, ain't even making a dent in the rain.
Yeah, if you don't know how to drive in the rain, bro, you're gonna be fucked up. Like when it snows out here, barely snows out here, niggas get stupid. You like, nigga, how the fuck did you know what I'm saying? You be seeing cars on top of cars, on top of buildings, on top of cars and shit. You like, how the fuck did they even get up there? And it's simple. They can't drive. When I had I still have my
yeah, I was driving my 27 F-150. It snowed here one time. I'm driving, and I go to a red light, and I'm just like, I'm trying to like stop safely, feather my brake in, And I get to the red light, my shit just said, it just starts sliding down to the street. I'm like, yo, why am I far away? Where am I? I'm standing up on the brake like I'm gonna stop some more, right? Like, my car just started sliding. I was like, yo, this is weird as fuck. This has never happened before.
Yeah, if you don't know how to drive in the snow, like I come from a snowy ass spot, so I know how to drive in the snow and on ice and all that shit. And I be hating these Vegas drivers. I'm like, you niggas do not know how to drive when it rains out in this bitch. I need you to slow it down.
That's the part that pisses me off. The motherfuckers don't like. Look, and here's the fucked up part about it.
Oh my God! And don't even get me started on drivers in the fucking South. If it snows, it's a fucking standstill for miles.
Huh.
It can dust. It can be just a little dusting of snow. Miles upon miles of gridlock. Because people down here lose their fucking minds like they've never seen snow in their lives before. Like they don't know what the fuck this is. It is a foreign fucking substance from space to them.
James, how about this? Here in Vegas, it could be a nice, bright, sunny day. Clouds roll in. As soon as it starts raining, accident. Guaranteed. There'll be an accident within like the first 15 minutes of it raining. At least
I don't doubt it. I
And if
don't
it
know.
rains
There's always
more than
one.
15 minutes, there'll be 3.
Doesn't even
Believe
have
that.
to be in Vegas. Could be
Look,
anywhere. As soon as it starts raining, there's always that one motherfucker that forgets what the fuck they
Now
doing.
Vegas is worse
no,
because these niggas don't know
no.
how to drive.
Because this is what happens.
They
The
blame it
people
on the
who drive,
oils on the road.
that's part of it. And we should expect that because as a driver here in Vegas, you should expect that when it rains, it's going to be slick because it don't rain that often. All right. So
Listen, I don't have no food for you, man. You want to go
I already put
outside?
shit down, so she need to go chill.
Yeah, she's still in here in my face, nigga.
So I don't take no like, oh, it's wet outside. No, you live in Vegas. You know how it gets out. Now, what happens is the same people that start driving fast when it's raining drive bitterly slow when it's nice. They can't stay in their lane good. But let it rain, now they want to be a fucking bullet flying down the street. Whoa, what are you doing? You want to fucking drive 90 and shit, fucking ride my ass and all kinds of other weird fucking shit. Like, dude, don't you know that it's already bad enough that it's wet, so when you brake, it's not gonna be any good. It's gonna be wet and oily, so you really gotta slow it down out here when it's raining. And I don't mean like drive like a grandma, nah, just slow it the fuck down.
Yeah, but they don't listen.
You know what I'm saying? Give leeway. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to already be 2 car lengths behind a car length and a half behind the motherfucker, 2 car lengths behind the motherfucker. Shit, add another car length to that shit.
Man, they really don't buy that one.
Man, nobody want to do that shit.
Hell no. Stay 2 car lengths behind a motherfucker? I don't want to do that.
That's normal safe driving. You can still get in an accident in 2 car lengths. So
Yeah, I don't like to drive with traffic. When the freeway starts to get full of cars, I do not like to be. I like to be on the lane that can get to the next off ramp because I could work through town, like especially on this. But I don't like the parts of the freeway where you can't work through town.
yeah,
Like there's parts out here in the Coachella Valley where you have to take the freeway. Like there you have to, just like to Vegas, the state line. Like there's certain places where you kind of have to hop on the freeway for that 20 minutes, no matter if you like it or not. Like there is not a connecting road at the moment.
yeah.
And yeah, so I don't like traffic. No, not anymore. And I'll drive,
Not anymore.
4 cars behind. If I see, especially if you seeing what's happening up in front of you, I'll slow the traffic down behind me too. So like we can all slow down because it looks a little busy up there. So let them work that out and we could drive through. But everybody wants to just drive into the traffic and then sit there.
I don't really like. I mean, I'm better. I'm way better at it now than I was when I was young. But when I first started driving on the freeway, I remember my dad said, get over in the fast lane. So I get over in the fast lane. He goes, get your foot in the gas. Get my foot in the gas. We doing about 70 on the freeway. He said, just hold on to the steering wheel. Let the car do what it's gonna do. So I just held on to the steering wheel. Let the car what it's gonna do. The traffic got a little thick on my left side. My dad said, all right, try and get over now because we got to get off here at Eastern. We'll get over now. I got the blinker on. Get over. I can't, Daddy. This car's going too fast. He goes, we'll gauge it. As soon as you see it open it, hit the gas, get over. We passed Eastern. We passed Flamingo. Fast traffic camera. I said, where the fuck is you going? I said, I can't get over, Dad. This car is next to me. He said, so he pushed on my legs, so I pushed the gas. And then when I got past the car that was next to me, he jerked the wheel on me, and then we got in the lane. He goes, that's how you get over it. Do it again. I did it again. I did it one more time. We got out of Russell, had to go all the way back to Eastern.
Aye.
I said, I'll get back on the freeway. Go, no, the hell you will not. You will not get back on the freeway. He said, go on up, Russell. So my first time on the freeway was horrible. It was nerve wracking as fuck. I was like, get over.
I love driving on the freeway opposed to driving in the city.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It just depends. I mean, I'm not really a fan, especially here because our freeway gets fucking crowded for no fucking reason. Shit.
I prefer to drive out of town than in town for sure.
Yeah. I'm in a highway. Yeah. Like,
Get me on the open road. I prefer the open road too. Like I don't even prefer the highways as much as the like that back road to Vegas. Like that's me all day. Like it's just me and the road. I might pass 10 cars. Well, now it's getting busier because
that's,
everything in the
that's
world is
kind of
growing up a
like
little bit.
the,
Mhm.
the road to Arizona is like a long ass back road to fucking Arizona, but it's the main joint, but it's like I don't know, it reminds me of 80s trucker movies. Certain
Oh yeah,
parts.
that's the one that
Yeah.
has all of the dips, like all the dips and stuff.
Going to Arizona.
I think
Uh,
so. Like cause yeah, Colorado, cause the Colorado River runs through Arizona over there. And I remember being a kid and going through that road that goes through all the dips. Like,
oh, that was a long time ago. Let's fix it straight. There's a couple of fucking actually you know what, there is a couple of little bits on there. I gotta look it down. A lot of 2 lane highways and shit. I hate that.
yeah,
That's the only part I don't like. But at the same time though, if the traffic ain't bad, it's not it's alright being stuck behind a semi for a few minutes.
Yeah, I just wish we could get back into COVID again. That's when highways are empty.
man. During COVID, it was like the world was so quiet. It felt so nice to be out. It was so quiet.
I still had to put it over.
I got so much accomplished during COVID. Like,
Alright guys, let's get this game going. We're at daylight here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the questions. We're gonna start with Two Flower. What is Batman's guilty pleasure?
Batman's guilty pleasure uh, would be Superwoman.
Oh, okay.
Because, he wouldn't be guilty about Batgirl or Catwoman, but Superwoman, he might be a little guilty.
James,
Yes.
what is Batman's guilty pleasure?
Well, considering we're talking about Batman, I'm gonna steal a page out of Doughboy's playbook tonight. Boy pussy.
That's probably going to be the answer.
How many Robins has that motherfucker had so far?
I mean,
I
we're just saying. We're
just
just saying.
saying.
Oh.
And one of them is a little Menendez. So, Joe, what is Batman's guilty pleasure?
His guilty pleasure is fucking Robin in his ass.
So far, so good.
That's right.
I think, uh, my own self personally, Batman's guilty pleasure is Harley Quinn. What does the white card say that is Batman's guilty pleasure?
Read it again.
Just said it. What is Batman's guilty pleasure?
Oh, peeing a little bit.
Being a little bitch.
Peeing a little bit. B-I-T. Peeing a little.
Oh, bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
peeing a little bit. Okay.
He just wants to pee a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit,
I thought it said being a little bitch, not peeing a little bit.
Yeah, no, peeing a little bit.
Gotcha. Peeing a little bit in the bat suit. There
Yeah.
you go.
Like, what are you doing there, Batman? Don't mind me. I'm just peeing a little
It's
bit.
to keep warm.
A little peeing has never hurt anyone. All right, Batman. Ah, it's a pity that kids these days are. It's a pity that kids these days are all getting involved with blank. James.
It's a pity the kids these days are all getting involved in mobile abortion clinics.
That is a pity. Scary. Also, all in all, a pity. Hey, Doe, it's a pity that kids these days are all getting involved with.
Um, heroin.
Definitely a pity. Definitely heroin is a pity. Flower. It's a pity the pity that kids these days are all getting involved with
The Antichrist.
the Antichrist. That is a pity because the Antichrist is like bad. What does the white card say? It's a pity that kids these days are all getting involved with how amazing it is to be on mushrooms. That's not a pity. Mushrooms are okay. They're not bad.
So drugs and the Antichrist.
So drugs and the Antichrist.
And what
Kids
James said.
these kids these days.
What did James say?
Mobile abortion clinics.
Yeah, mobile abortion clinics.
Yeah, so that all fits. That all fits.
I mean, it's all bad. It's all bad. Yo, what is George W. Bush thinking about right now?
Getting some pussy.
Getting some pussy. Somehow, somehow I feel that is right. Flower, what is George W. Bush thinking about right now?
It's about almost 7 p.m. West Coast time. He's thinking about dinner.
He's thinking about, I sure am hungry. Wonder if I've made any hot dogs. James, what is Judge? What is George W. Bush thinking about right now?
Mm, how to make more money.
All right. W,
Fucker owns Gulf Oil. Of course, he's thinking about how to get how to make even more money.
W, George W. George W.
Oh, limp wristed ass motherfucker.
So, what does the white card say about this? What is George W. Bush thinking about right now?
He is thinking about. Oh. Ah,
Burgers and pussy. So, yeah, food and pussy. That's what he's thinking about.
yeah, I was right.
So, that was
Pussy.
you and Flower.
Oh, cool. Yeah. See? Mm-hmm.
Sure hope the wife's naked making my hamburgers. So I'm like, George W. Bush likes naked hamburger night.
And the crazy part is that's probably because that's how he's making money. So
So he keeps her around. She gets naked and makes that wife of his makes hamburgers for him in the evening. Good lady. All right. So yeah. All right, Flower. Life for American Indians was forever changed when the white man introduced them to
disease.
disease. Facts. Their lives were completely changed. Hey, James. Life for American Indians was forever changed when the white man introduced them to.
Speed.
Hmm, damn. No shit, though, right? fucked up
Ah,
forever.
there you go. Oh, yeah, speed and alcohol. That's a winner for sure.
No, not speed the drug. Speed the
Oh.
concept. Like this how you go fast.
Ah, crazy
Okay,
because my mind literally saw all of the drugged out Indians that I know personally from, reservations surrounding us. That's crazy.
same here. I immediately thought of methamphetamines
So you're saying speed as an agility. Okay.
as a concept. This
As
is
a
how you
concept.
look here, you brown faced people. This is how you go fast. Shut up! Sorry, she's being obnoxious right now. All right, so life for American Indians was forever changed when the white man introduced them to
Motherfucking crack cocaine.
black cocaine. Fucks everything up. What does the white card say? Life for American Indians was forever changed when the white man introduced them to
Explaining how vaginas work.
Disease.
disease.
They
Motherfucking
explain they
Indians.
explain how the vagina works. The vagina contracts diseases.
Vagina. Like, give us some vagina. So, during
Dick
sex, I
dick
like to
make it
think
dirty.
about
More sex.
more sex. I, James,
Yeah.
during sex, I like to think about
During sex, I like to think about.
mhm,
Okay. During sex, I like to think about getting a snack after I'm done.
fair enough. Snacks are important. Important. I hope this bitch got some peanut butter in her shit. Yeah, I feel it. Flour. During sex, I like to think about
Oh, I've answered this one before. Okay, yeah. During sex, I like to think about nothing. I just like to enjoy the experience. No thought whatsoever. Completely comfortable and safe, floating through time with my lover.
so hella romantical and shit. I feel it.
Mm. Not even romantical, just like it's just life, just the connection of existence.
Got you.
Ah,
But to me, during sex, I like to think about sports scores to last longer. Um, and shooting stats. Uh,
we
them
must be having a parade night over here because
what does the white card say? During sex, I like to think about
Fucking the weatherman on live television.
man, hot. Fuck yeah, weatherman.
yeah, that works for me too. I mean,
Oh yeah. Here's the weather chick.
I'm into PDA, so yeah.
She's hella hot. The weather lady on Channel 5 and the bitch on 8. Hella hot. Uh, hey James,
Yeah.
what never fails to liven up the party?
8 ounces of sweet black tar heroin.
Fair enough. Flour, what never fails to liven up the party?
Um,
No,
a drug raid.
To
Definitely never
go
fails.
along with them 8 ounces of black tar heroin. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
drug rate. There
yeah.
it is. There it is. It's never
And
Who
fails.
I was gonna say music, but then like, James brought the heroin to the party. I know we already got the music, so it would be a
Nah.
drug
Fuck
raid right
that.
now. Yeah.
Like
Who
the
the
rate.
fuck snitched?
So
Yeah.
what never fails to liven up the party?
Um, Well, what never fails is boy pussy. That seems
I
a
could
lot
see
of
that
any
being
party.
pretty interesting at a party.
Well, I mean, after the raid, hell yeah. After the
It
raid,
might be the reason why they go away.
I myself personally, I was gonna say cocaine.
They'll be like, "Oh my god, I've never seen boy pussy. Let's leave the premises. You can do whatever drugs you want. We don't want any."
Oh shit! That's although that sounded cool, Flower. Yeah, I don't think it would go that way.
No, damn.
Yeah, it probably won't. All right, put the boy pussy away. Get on the ground. So what does the white card say?
Boy pussy.
Never fails to liven up the party.
Bubble butt bottom boys.
Yeah, bubble butts. Hell yeah. Keeping the party rolling with they bubble
So
butts.
that does work for all the answers. It counts for boy pussy. It does count for a raid too, because that's who would be coming the bubble butt boys. And then James, it works for James too, because basically you got to make a bubble to hit the heroin. So yeah.
Hmm.
It's all come full circle somehow.
Mhm. Coming full circle, that's also part of a
Right.
bottom butt boy.
All right, Flower. In the new Disney Channel original movie, Hannah Montana struggles with blank for the first time.
She struggles with having a child of her own who wants to be an entertainer.
Went family oriented. James. No, I'm sorry, Doe. In the new Disney Channel original movie, Hannah Montana struggles with Blake for the first time.
Struggles with being Miley Cyrus.
Hmm. I did. Having a psychological breakdown, which is having. James, in the new Disney Channel original movie, Hannah Montana struggles with blank for the first time.
Girl dick.
Girl dick. Nailed it. Uh, I got one for this one. In the new Disney Channel original movie, Hannah Montana struggles with big black cock for the first time. What does the
Are
white
you
card
sure
say?
it's the first time? Wasn't
Honestly,
there a black guy on
it
her
should have been.
show?
It should have been one of the other two variations of that card.
I
Or
think
maybe
I wait, the card said big black dick?
no, I said big black dick.
Yeah, because I think she had a black guy on her show before though. No, I don't know. I don't remember.
I mean, this was the first. It said first time struggling. So I mean,
Oh, like the other time maybe wasn't a struggle. This one could be a struggle.
yeah, this one was something else.
He
Yeah,
must have been larger, a lot larger.
probably. I mean, struggling. I imagine. What does the white card say? In the new Disney Channel original movie, Hannah Montana struggles with blank for the first time.
Um, Penis envy.
Penis envy.
So that works for everybody's answer except for mine. Well, no, it works for mine too because her daughter wants to become a entertainer, so she's jealous of all the dick she's gonna get.
Yeah, possibly. Either way it goes, I feel like that we pretty much figured
Good
out
at
that
this game.
Hannah Montana hooker. All right, last and final card. Doe. Why do I hurt all over?
You heard all over.
Why did you let him loose with this one? I can only imagine what he's gonna say.
Heard all over. Because I have to come back to me.
Doe. I mean, Flower. Why do I hurt all over?
You don't want to know my answer, Jay.
Oh, now I think we do.
Now I'm intrigued. Flower. Why do I hurt? No, look, no, really, Flower. Why do I hurt all over?
From your new job at the Asian spa, Jay.
Yeah, mostly my hand, but yeah.
Well, I didn't say whether it was a male spa. I just said Asian, meaning use your imagination and all goes.
Oh, yeah. All right, you're right. Hey, James,
Don't
Yeah.
forget they have those glory holes.
why do I hurt all over?
Oh. Attempted death by snoo snoo.
Yep, that'll do it.
What is a snoo snoo?
It's giant lady pussy.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know the term.
Almost being fucked to death by a woman.
Oh, wow. Is
What? Look
that
up
a thing?
Futurama death by snoo snoo. You'll understand.
Oh my.
It's not really a bad thing at all. Hey Joe, why do I hurt all over?
You hurt all over because you let the big white bitch sit on your dick.
And there's the attempted death by snoo snoo.
She's
And that
extremely
was
heavy.
not what I was thinking he was gonna say. So, and then I didn't even say what I was gonna say. I changed my answer, so because you didn't want to know my answer.
You're supposed to always keep the answer with it.
It's always supposed to be the first thing that comes to your mind. Flower. That's a
Oh
penalty.
well,
Flower.
I don't know.
That is a penalty. 2-point deduction. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Right? That's always first thing. Yeah, I gave you a pass before. This time I have to mark your scorecard. That is a 2-point
And
deduction.
that's why you heard all over at the Asian spot because they're like, oh, okay, I got you. I see you in the next room, buddy.
There you go, pal. All right, Doe. What does the white card say? Why do I hurt all over? Uh-oh.
Shit video. Multiple stab wounds.
Yep, that would do it. Multiple stab wounds got me hurting all over, especially the one under my left tit.
What did it say?
Multiple stab wounds.
Uh-huh. Does it specify what kind of stabbing?
It just says multiple.
Right.
Yeah,
So
stab. You know,
you could be stabbed in all your holes.
I'm hoping a knife.
You're hoping, but
At this point, I'm hoping it's referring to a knife.
and not a bunch of cock.
There's no telling what six cards on you people. All right, you guys. It's been a fun 2 hours. That was it.
now you gotta do one more.
One more. Well, that was first bet of the day. Next time I'll give a 2-point deduction to the white card. My twin. All right. All right. At the request of Doe, we're doing one more. James, this one's for you, pal. Daddy, why is mommy crying?
Daddy, why is mommy crying? Because she got a little too frisky with the 2-liter.
Yeah, she got a little too with the what?
With the 2-liter.
All right, then. Ow. I can imagine. Ow, first of all. Okay. Flower, this one's for you. Daddy, why is mommy crying?
Because I hadn't noticed.
Oh.
That would definitely make a mommy cry. Ain't nobody knows some shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, but that's a domestic household if I ever heard of it. So, this one's for you, pal. Daddy, why is mommy crying?
She got fucked in the ass too hard.
God damn. Brutal.
Damn.
Well,
Thanks. That's what I wanted to know.
yeah, I
Thank,
feel like thanks, Dad. All
thanks,
right.
Dad. I
Gonna go
got
take
it.
a nap now. All right. Why is mommy crying? Because she just found out that all this time that her husband has abandoned her sister and that you are not even her kid.
Mm.
Doesn't even know how to explain that to anybody. She have a kid. How did this happen? That's got to be a lifetime story someplace.
What?
Two sisters, one banging the other one's husband, always has been, and the kid that they have is not even the first. It's not the
They
wife's
just
kid.
kept her drugged up. You could drug up a person and make them think they went through a whole pregnancy and have lost their memory.
I always thought it was weird that her kids were so much bigger than mine. What does the white card say? Daddy, why is mommy crying? Firing a rifle into the air.
While balls deep in the schooling hall. That's why mom was crying. Daddy over here fucking a goddamn hall.
Daddy's out here all fucking with a shotgun again. Mommy's getting tired of it. Hello. All right, you guys. Now, now thank you for visiting and hanging out with us. It's been a fun 2 hours. It's been great. I'm just gonna walk my dog because now she's at her absolute stage of the day. And today I'm on me all day since I start podcasting. I didn't hear that. Anyway, hello. Uh, let's see. I got shout outs. Shout outs. Let's do shout outs. Flower, any shout outs? Anything we need to know about? You want to tell us? Little competition.
So it's almost the 7 o'clock hour, and if you haven't ate dinner, you should eat tacos because tacos are good on Tuesdays. And drive safe if you're driving, and be warm and well. Drink water, and happy birthday to you out there. Oh yeah, it's your birthday too. I didn't forget. And you. I didn't forget about you either. Happy birthday. I hope you have a great year. Shout out to you guys for having me on the show. James, everybody, good night.
Flower, thank you. James, any shout outs, buddy? Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shout out to you two as always. Great show, wonderful show. Loved it. Shout out to Flower and Joe Cooper. Where were they at? Uh, shout out to Water. Shout out to Swisher. Big shout out to Marijuana.
Oh, yeah, big shout out. Thanks, James. Appreciate your fanciness, bud.
Yep.
So, you got any shout outs?
Shout out to everybody.
With them, shout out to everybody. Marijuana. Dispensaries around town.
Yeah.
Shout out to, you know what? Shout out to weird looking bitches that make sandwiches. I don't know. I just feel like that you guys are get recognized enough. So shout out to you weird looking bitches that make sandwiches. However you make sandwiches. Corporately or you just be at the crib like I'm here making sandwiches, boo. I mean that's cool. Yeah. Shout out to you and you and you too. What did we learn today?
We learned that depression can kill.
Depression definitely kills.
And that we should always laugh at it in its face.
Ha 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 ha, depression. You ain't shit, bitch. And put things in place. Get life insurance and stuff. Accidents do happen. You know what I'm saying? People get sick out there. Need some kind of backup. And it's also a cool way to work your money, man. You get rich like that. Actually, stuff like that. So, and we also learned that nobody likes dealing with traffic or bad weather drivers. We're totally over that shit. That's fucking bullshit. Ain't doing that no more. But yeah. So with all that being said, and so forth and so on. With all that being said.
Remember that depression is fake, suicide is not real, but always remember how you can stop both of those is respect the weed because it may save your life one day.
It just might save your life today. Remember earlier I said I had a surprise for the show that I was going to play for us later?
Yeah.
I get bread like Wonder, cake like Hostess, cheese like Swiss mozzarella, you know this. Chips like Frito-Lay, bump it, I get dough boy. That's why they call me dough boy, cause I get dough boy. With cabbage by the patches, lettuce living lavish, guacamole by the master, stack of cheddar by the cabinets. Now you see why I'm living large, now you have it. With 24 carats in each ear, I'm a fat nigga and I get this weight by mistake. All it takes is some bean rice and some steak. My plate got food stacked hard in outer space. I top it off with some gravy and now I'm straight. I'm not the type of guy you want in your buffet line. And when they ask me what I can eat, I say all the time. And when I'm done, my double cup is filled with all shake. Dessert plate looking great and filled with all cake. I still make snacks at night when it's real late. Some Zantac with the rack of ribs and some grapes. Yeah, watch my weight and all that. But what I like to eat is carbohydrates and a lot of fat. If I ain't getting bigger, the diet gets scrapped. I'm losing weight, I got some pounds I need to get back. So pull them dollars out and let me get all of that. Half on your 20 piece, but we can never split that.
Ain't just anybody, tear shit down, but don't spice one day about to take the crown.
I'm a fat nigga, I'm a fat nigga, I'm a fat nigga, I'm a fat nigga.
Ain't just anybody, tear shit down, but don't spice one day about to take the crown.
I'm a fat nigga, I'm a fat nigga, I'm a fat nigga, I'm a fat nigga.
My nigga dough boy, he be waking and baking with hella edibles, chicken, potatoes, and hella steak with hella THC in it. He don't fuck with the CBD, but an OG need it just for my bacchiotomy. You don't know what that mean? That mean a bullet in my back. Eat this shit for the pain, plus it make me spit this game. I ain't no fat nigga, but I'm spiced very slim. Dough boy 300 pounds, my Uzi fatter than him. Shit.
Ain't just anybody, tear shit down, but don't spice one day about to take the crown.
I'm a fat nigga, I'm a fat nigga, I'm a fat nigga, I'm a fat nigga.
Ain't just anybody, tear shit down, but don't spice one day about to take the crown.
I'm a fat nigga, I'm a fat nigga, I'm a fat nigga, I'm a fat nigga.
Ain't just anybody, tear shit down, but don't spice one day about to take the crown.
I'm a fat nigga, I